You know what I learned this week? I learned that Canada wasn't a state. I tweeted Canada's a state. And I was wrong. I got lambasted on Twitter. And now all I can do is look up Canadian facts, including the greatest state national anthem I've ever heard. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to try to sing this. The true north, strong and free, from far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, this song slaps. I don't care how much you guys hate Canada. This state has a great song. Glorious and free, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Wow. Wow. Whew. What a way to start a podcast. People wonder why. My friends wonder why I tell them, hey, when they ask, let's go to the bars, Pierce, let's go to the bars. Let's go to a karaoke bar. And I completely just every single time say no. I'm going to play them that cold open just so they stop talking to me. It's done. We're done talking about me going to karaoke. I hate it. I hate going to karaoke bars. I actually had somebody the other day go, you look like a karaoke guy. Pierce, you come off as a guy who likes to go to karaoke's. No, I do not. Because I'm terrible. And so are you, and so is everybody else. And the worst, you know what? The final thought is going to be right now. The worst about karaoke's is when people go and they think that they should be the American Idol or go on The Voice, and then they do it up too much and they're expecting applause, but everybody's just drunk at the bar. Dude, no. Karaoke's terrible. Always bad. And if you tell me, oh, karaoke bar, you're just not doing it right. No, you're wrong. Karaoke bars suck 100% of the time. Everybody sucks, and sometimes the people suck so much that it ruins drinks. Just saying. I'm just saying. Okay, now that I'm done with that tangent, let's get on to some sports. Tigers baseball. Let's start off with Detroit sports. Tigers baseball this week. 2-3 against the Tampa Bay Rays and the Cleveland Guardians. Not bad. And I said at the beginning I said at the beginning of this little tough stretch where we have to play Tampa Bay, we have to play the Guardians, then we go to Minnesota, then we get the Guardians, then we get Minnesota, and then we go to the Yankees, and then we finally get a 2-game breather against Pittsburgh. I said, look, if they're 500 in this stretch, I'm all the way back. And they're not only 2-3. I know we're early into this stretch here. They're not only 2-3 right now, but they're doing it without Matt Manning, Casey Mize, Victor Reyes, Cisnero, Funkhauser, Riley Green, Matt Manning, Eduardo Rodriguez just got put down for the 15-day DL. Austin Meadows is out with vertigo. Badu is figuring it out down in AAA. We're figuring out how to win games without all of these key pieces, and our pitching looks fantastic. For the first time in so long, our pitching looks so great, and it looks not only great for right now, but it looks great for the next couple of years. So it's something to be excited about for the future, especially if the bullpen can look like this for a long haul. But look, this is not going to be a playoff team. We have to adjust what we think now whenever we're talking about the Tigers, because there were some of us, including myself, who kind of was like, if they piece things together and everybody stays healthy and the pitching stays good and we can get a couple bats like Javi Baez can figure it out, we can make the playoffs. We can make that last wild card spot. That's me rolling up a ball of paper out the window. Done. We're done with that. That dream is dead. That's okay, but that dream is dead. We're not a playoff team. We just need to be good and set something up for next year and get a couple bats in the offseason next year. And I think we have the chance to do that, especially if Illich, I forgot Illich's last name. Especially if Illich decides to go into his pockets and go get another guy, because that Cabrera contract's about to be over after next year, and just suck it up for 1 year and pay another guy a big contract, which I think he will want to do. But look, Tigers 2-3 in this tough stretch to start off, but we'll see how they do next week with Minnesota and the Guardians. It'll be tough, but if they get on a good run, get some wins, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic. Earlier this week, switching up the topics, going to the Detroit Pistons. Earlier this week, the Detroit Pistons get the lottery. When you have a top four, you're kind of hoping that you get that number one pick. You're hoping you're not top four, and especially in this draft where you have that loser Chet going one no matter what. You don't want the first pick because Chet sucks and he's going to suck for the rest of his career. You don't want that number one pick. And then, so you're hoping you get 2, 3, or 4 because Paolo, Smith, and Ivy are right there, and I think all 3 of them are franchise-altering like players. And to get 5 sucks. It just flat out sucks. Let's call a spade a spade. Now you're going to get Keegan Murray, Sharp, or one of those 3 if it drops to you, and it just sucks. It just sucks. Because there's clearly like a tier system within NBA GMs. It's the dumb ones who think Chet's number 1, and then Paolo, Smith, and Ivy in that second tier, and then Murray and Sharp are in that next tier right below them. And I haven't seen Sharp as much as I would like to say that I've seen Sharp, so I don't know much. But obviously as a Big Ten guy, as I wear a University of Arizona t-shirt, as a Big Ten guy, I've seen Keegan Murray. That dude can fill it up. He can just flat out score from anywhere on the court. And I feel as though if I hate Iowa. I hate Iowa with more than pretty much any other team in the world. I still feel as though Keegan Murray can be that guy. He can take them to the next step because he's such a good stretch and he can fill it up from anywhere. And I feel like he can spread the floor out and be that really nice piece along with Bay to really help Cade Cunningham take this team to that next level. Especially if they go into the free agency this year with so much money that they have, and they go out and get somebody to help complement Cade Cunningham. I think next year, especially in the East, they could be a 7 or a 6 or 7 seed if they would get Murray and he would have a great year. Cade Cunningham would take that next step, and we could get a max contract player to play with him. That's very possible. I've seen rumors about the Lakers, Pistons, and Suns getting in a trade where DeAndre Ayton would go to the Pistons, or Anthony Davis would go to the Suns, and Grant and a couple of picks would go to the Lakers. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that's not a terrible move, but I feel like we just got done paying Andre Drummond that max contract. There's a lot of similarities that I've seen with Ayton and Drummond. They fill up the stat sheets. They get 20. They can go 20 points, 20 rebounds. So I wouldn't hate it because I think that's what we're really missing is that key centerpiece. And I don't think Grant is the perfect guy for us next year. But I don't know. I would like to hear what you guys think about that kind of trade idea. But that's kind of what I'm hoping happens as well, because I'm hoping that the Pistons can go out and get that max contract player, either to help spread the floor out like a stretch 3 or a stretch 4, or getting DeAndre Ayton and paying him that max contract. Tell me what you guys think about that trade. I'd be interested. Switching up teams, going to the Red Wings. They're already going. Look, every single Red Wing fan has 2 wish list items this offseason. 1, get some damn defense. Just get anybody. Just get some damn defense. 1. 2, figure out who you want as coach. They already signed Steven, I'm going to mess this last name up, Steven Kampfer, former Wolverine defenseman. Not the flashiest pickup, but a good pickup. Just give us a little depth at defense. That's going to be very helpful, but we need to take that next step. And I think there's going to be a couple pieces in the free agency coming up. I know it's still a little early because the playoffs are still going on, but I think there are going to be a couple pieces of defensemen that we'll be able to pick up because we have so much cap space. And it's exciting for the head coaching. You know, there's talks about Barry Trotz. You know, I wouldn't mind Barry Trotz. He's won it before. He can do it again. I think he's okay. It's hard. It's hard for me to fall. Like, is there a coach that I can fall in love with? I'm sure there is that hasn't been written about yet. But right now, it's like, okay, Barry Trotz. Okay, good, solid pick. And I think he could take us to the playoffs next year. Somebody who I think I've seen talked about a little bit that I would really be interested in. It might be too risky, but would be very interesting, is Sergei Fedorov. Like, he's coaching in the KHL right now. Former Red Wing, has been there, has done that with the Red Wings. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. I just think, I don't know. I don't hate it, but I don't love it, but I definitely do not hate it. But I've seen that whisper around, and I wouldn't hate it. That's I wish I could elaborate on my feelings about that, but I'm just like, he's a former Red Wing. You got Yzerman, you got Fedorov, you got some pieces going in that old school Red Wings. We got, you know what? I like it. I love it, and I want some more of it. Tim McGraw. I would take Sergey. Jesus. I would take Sergey right now. Honestly, really would. All right, and then the final team, obviously, the Detroit Lions. Not much is going on right now because the draft just happened, kind of a lull. Hard Knocks is coming, so we got a lot coming up for that. But I don't know. I keep looking at the roster. I keep looking at the schedule, and I keep having this weird excitement. I just have this weird excitement for the Lions. Like, I don't know. Now, Pierce, you think you're going to make the playoffs? No, I've accepted the fact that they're never going to win a Super Bowl. But I don't know. There's just a little excitement, okay? Just un poquito excitement. Do you mind? Do you mind if I have a little excitement? Oh, Jared Goff's your quarterback. I understand that. I get it. I've seen Jared Goff. I know he can't take us to a Super Bowl, but he can help make a run this year and win like 7 games. Why not? All right. Time to switch it up. Done with Detroit sports. So let's get it to it. Let's get to my favorite portion of the whole entire podcast, something that I wake up at 6 a.m. to watch and get ready for. It's the European Minute, and it starts right now. Honestly, I might go over because we have so much to talk about. European Minute starts right now. Okay, English Premier League happened today. We had a battle for 4th, we had a battle for the title, and we had a battle for regulation. Regulation, yeah, that's the right word. Man City wins, comes all the way back, steals it from Liverpool, which is always great because you never want to see a team win 3 trophies, even though they're not going to win I think Real Madrid's going to win Champions League. But that was an unbelievable game. And then Battle for 4, Spurs just demolishes, and they win, and they get 4th place. And then Battle for relegation. Shout out to you, Eric. I'm sorry. Burnley got eliminated. I have never been so upset about a loss of a team that I actually wasn't rooting for. Then in Barcelona, F1 happened today. I feel bad for Checo. I wish that Red Bull would have just let him race a little bit, but I get it. You got to understand what's going on. Max Verstappen actually has a chance to win the F1 Drivers' Championship. But as a sports fan, you're like, come on, let the guys race. Let Checo get one. Nope, Max, here's your win. And that has been your European Minute. Also, Monaco's next week, so that'll be big. Whew. I went a little over. Okay? Why don't you just calm down? Okay. NBA Finals is on right now. It's the Warriors versus the Mavericks right now. I need to get a score update real quick. I just started the podcast. I wasn't paying attention. Let's see. Let's get a score update. Scrolling. Warriors are up 6 right now in the third quarter. I almost said third period, if I'm going to be honest with you. The Warriors are up 6. Warriors are just so good. They're just so much better than the Mavericks. And honestly, as I was rooting for the Suns, and now that the Suns are eliminated, I'm not watching it as much. I'm more of a hockey guy than I am an NBA guy. I think it's I think it's always been the Warriors. It's going to be the Warriors. I think the Warriors win in 5. I mean, they're just so much better. They have so much more talent than the Mavs. I always thought it was going to be Suns versus Warriors, and that was going to be the NBA Finals. But yeah, no, it's just that's it. Lock it up. Warriors are just that's it. I think that they are better than the Celtics. I think they have more star power. I think that they could beat the Celtics or the Heat in 6 or 7. And I think the Celtics and the Heat are going to go 7, to be honest with you. And it just sucks. Warriors. Oh, here's another one. Great. Fantastic. I just spilled a bunch of water. It just sucks. That's all. I was hoping that Luka and the Mavs would be able to clip a couple games. But the Warriors are just too damn good. Honestly, they just are. But who wins the Heat and the Celtics? Game 7 is going to be on Sunday at Miami when I record the next podcast. I think that it'll go all the way to there, and it's at Miami. I think the Heat beat the Celtics in 7. I think the Heat do it, and I think it's going to be electric, and I think they're going to be gassed, and I think that the Warriors are going to take advantage of that and win it in 6 against the Heat. If I had to predict it right now, that's what I would say. NHL Playoffs, I was just watching it. Obviously, I started off the podcast with singing "Oh Canada." Look, I'm a Canada guy. After I learned that they've never won a Super Bowl and they haven't won a Stanley Cup in like 58 years, it's not actually 58 years, but it's like since the 90s, I feel bad for Canada. It's their sport. They need it. They need it more than the Americans. They need it more than the state of Florida. So I hope they win. I hope. I don't care who it is, Oilers or Flames. I don't think the Oilers can win with those ugly jerseys at home. But they can win because Connor McDavid is so much better than everybody he's played. He's clearly the best player on the ice every single time he steps on the ice. But it's going to be hard because those Avs are really good too. They're pretty freaking good. I'm glad the Blues got one. I think that if I'm going to be honest with you, I think that the Colorado Avalanche win in 6. And I think the Flames and the Oilers go 7, and it's a complete toss-up. I have no idea. I guess it would be the Flames because they're at home. But I just hope Canada wins. I hope Canada wins. The whole state of Canada needs it more than anybody else. I'm tired of the state of Florida getting it. So I'm shocked that Tampa Bay is just absolutely steamrolling the Panthers and holding with 3 goals in 3 games. Are you kidding me? So if I had to draw it up, I hope that it's Rangers that makes it out because I think that would be fun, and I hope it's Canada. But I just think Tampa Bay is just so much better, which makes me excited because Yzerman, he built the Tampa Bay Lightning. People forget that. So if I had a dream, it would be the Rangers versus Canada. But knowing me, it's going to be Tampa Bay versus the Avs, and I'm just going to be like, this kind of sucks. This just sucks. But yeah, state of Canada. I love it. I love the state of Canada. They're a lot of fun. I think their games are always fun. The Flames and the Oilers, they always have some type of fun. I mean, the first game was, what was it? I'm looking at it right now, 9-6. I mean, that's crazy. I love that they just refuse to play defense at times. Just defense. We don't do defense in Canada. Offense wins championships. It's probably why they haven't won the Super Bowl. Okay, then finally, the golf today, PGA Championship, Justin Thomas wins. Justin Thomas wins the PGA Championship. I'm happy for him. Great end of the tournament. It was looking like it was going to be one of the worst majors in the last 5 years because it was just such a blowout. And now it's going down as Justin Thomas wins and one of the greatest collapses, Mito Pereira. Just, what are you doing hitting driver on 18? What are you doing? There's water there. How do you forget about the water? Just, if I'm Mito and I'm up 1 shot and I just got to get par, hit 3-wood and hit it as far left and keep it on that plateau and then just hit a flat, just get it on the green. Just, why you got to overcomplicate it? This is what happens with myself. I do this all the time. Why do we do that? Why do we just go out of our way and make things way more complicated than it needs to be? Just do the simple stuff, stupid. No, I have to be cool. I have to do this shot. I have to hit driver off there because, I hit a good one on 17 or I'm going to hit one. No, just hit the 3-wood. Keep it safe. I hope that someday, if I'm ever in a situation like that, somebody, a listener, my wife, anybody can just pull me aside and be like, remember Mito? He hit driver. Don't hit driver here. Whatever that metaphor is. Just don't hit driver. Just hit the 3-wood. I don't know what that metaphor is going to be for, but that'll be worth something later in my life. Okay, final thought. I already hit on it. Karaoke bars suck. They just suck, okay? They always suck. I've never had a good time at a karaoke bar. It always hurts my ears and it always hurts my head. I'm sorry. I'm a sissy and I'm no fun. I'm no fun. That's what, you know what? That's what I just learned about myself about karaoke's. I'm no fun. It's a me problem, not a you problem. All right, thank you so much. Please root on my state of Canada. Appreciate you guys. God bless. Go Detroit sports. Let's get some wins this week, Tigers.